Over 1 million Mennonites who speak Low German live in communities around the world in countries like Russia, Paraguay, and Canada. We are going to meet Wilhelm Knolsen, who grew up in a Mennonite community in Chihuahua, Mexico, and find out what moved him to learn Bible truth.
I was born 1993 into a Mennonite family. And from childhood on, I learned that God created us to suffer, to work the fields, and to try to be worthy to go to heaven. But from infancy, I decided to do what God wanted for me. I wanted Him to be pleased with me. That was the desire of my heart. Years back, I started to get the feeling that the memorized prayers I would recite from my German prayer book just weren't enough. They were not the prayers that I felt in my heart. Didn't even understand them. I wanted to tell God how I really felt, and that's what I did. All of a sudden, I couldn't resist praying in my own language. I told God everything. I opened my heart to Him. One thing I asked for was that He might help my family so that we could do the right thing and be safe. When I finished, I felt much calmer, and from then on, I always prayed that way. Later, my mother bought a Bible in our language, and that just happened to be when Jehovah's Witnesses started to visit us. Jehovah heard my prayer. They came on a regular basis, and it was so remarkable. We were amazed how they answered all our questions in our own language and with our own Bible. It impressed me very much. Then, when I was a teenager, I finished school. Soon afterwards, I started working at a job that was 3.5 hours away from home. At the same time, I started to go out like the other young people, looking for a girlfriend and drinking. But later, my conscience tormented me. My family was taking the Bible study very seriously, but I didn't. But suddenly, things changed. In January 2010, our family attended a district convention, and that was very special for me. It was so different from what I was used to. The brothers came and welcomed me and treated me so kindly. It was just amazing. I could hardly believe it. And the music they had, that was what touched my heart. I liked it so much. That was something I never forgot in all my life. In July 2010, I started to regularly attend the meetings as well. Then a brother asked me if I would like to study the Bible with him, using the book What Does the Bible Really Teach? I then realized I had to do more if I wanted to please God. It would have been good to attend every meeting, but since I work far away, I could not. I could only attend the meetings on Sundays. So I decided to ask my boss if he could give me a different job. But that didn't work. He didn't want to make the change. So I waited for a little while. I thought I would try asking again. This time I asked him if I could attend the meeting in a congregation that was near my work. But he didn't want to let me do that either. And there was something else. He wanted to give me a large bonus if I would work for him until the end of the year. But I thought to myself, if I go on working, what will this show regarding my decision making? If Jehovah's Day comes, what do I show as more important for me? Jehovah or my work? And so the decision was made. After I resigned my work, I brought all my things home and I felt free, relieved, ready to serve Jehovah. 1 week after I quit my job, I was approved to preach with the congregation. And what a great pleasure it was for me when 4 months later I could dedicate myself to Jehovah and get baptized. That made me so happy. Soon afterwards, I was able to serve as a regular pioneer and even be appointed as a ministerial servant. But Jehovah's blessing didn't stop there. The privilege I now have, working as a translator on the Low German translation team. It's the best work I can imagine. It helps more people to come to know Jehovah in their own language, not in a language they can hardly understand, so that they too can learn the truth about Jehovah God. I look forward to surviving into the new world together with my family, to work the land and contribute to making the earth a paradise.
Did you notice what touched Wilhelm's heart? It was praying to God in the language of his heart and being able to read the Bible in his native Low German. That's why we do everything we can to show people in their own language what the Bible really teaches. But something else caught Wilhelm's attention at the convention he attended with his family. It was our theocratic music. We've been blessed in recent years with new songs and inspiring recordings that let us sing to Jehovah. And if you play an instrument, but think playing theocratic music would be too difficult, you can download sheet music with simplified chords from the jw.org website.